This is really great. A lot of people give me a lot of credit for energizing people, and quite frankly, though, you energize me, and I appreciate that very much. Our message of liberty and the Constitution is alive and well. Position to hold when we look at the other candidates and when we look at what the media asks, because they quickly follow up with, and they ask this bewildering question. They say, what do you want to replace it with? How about nothing? The unwarranted theory that the government owns us and owns the fruits of our labor. The government then, even if the tax were 1%, they would have 100% control of the principle that they own all the income and they're giving us permission to keep just a small amount. So it's for this reason that we have to stick to the principle that we own the fruits of our labor. Explicit reason why they were concerned about the tyranny of the king, and one was the oppression of the military establishment on the settlers and the colonial people of that time. So they were very explicit. They did not want to have a government where the executive branch was in charge of and had the authority to go to war. To go to war unless there was a declaration by the Congress through the people speaking out. Under those conditions, we would go to war rarely, we would go to war to win, we would get the war over with, and we would come home. It was $1 trillion a year overseas. That money ought to be spent here at home. Because I consider it so crucial. The value and the integrity of the monetary unit is something that is crucial, and that responsibility has been given to the Congress. It was never given to a secret bank, never to the Federal Reserve. And have only gold and silver. It is the fact that they're able to base the currency, free money on the thin air, which literally finances the government, whether it's for war or for welfare. Politicians don't have to act responsibly because they can dilute the penalties, they can disperse the penalty from one generation to the next, they can cause the prices to go up, which most people refer to as the inflation. But the real inflation is the increase in the money supply. But what is done there is to make some people suffer more than others. Every time in history where the currency has been destroyed, guess what? Guess who
Salt Lake City. Right on.
You know, there's another issue that we in Washington have not dealt with properly and has to be dealt with. We don't have a lot of responsibilities at the federal level. They're very minimal. They're certainly not the police of the world or heaven and wealth. They're studying with monetary and financial crises. And what we're watching in the dollar market today, in the stock market, the NASDAQ bubble collapsing, the collapse of the housing bubble, this is all an indication that we are moving into an era where we as a nation will be forced to live beneath our means. When that comes, there are political threats to our liberty much more so than we're even suffering today. So this is the reason that our voices have to be heard. We have to let the country know that there are answers to these problems, that you don't register the guns of law-abiding American citizens.
Anyway, Ron Paul here in Salt Lake City was a fantastic rally. Talked about the Federal Reserve, real money. Fantastic. We'll stream it today. Hey, here we are in Salt Lake City, and we got some great BYU students that made the trip up here to see Dr. Ron Paul. So, why do you guys like Ron Paul? Go ahead, give me a one-liner.
Hey, Ron Paul's for the Constitution. He's for supporting our personal liberties.
Right on. How about you?
Ron Paul tells the truth. He's
Amen.
honest. The Constitution's hanging by a thread, and Ron Paul's our only hope.
Right on.
Ron Paul understands that that the American people are not willing to give up their liberty to prevent the very thing that the terrorists want to achieve here.
Thank you so much.
Ron Paul hasn't sold out like everyone else has. Sticks to
Okay.
his principles.
Great. You might not see this on KSL or in the Salt Lake Tribune or the Desert News, but you saw it right here in Salt Lake City. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.